everyone, welcome to Krishna's online lectures. In this video, I am going to discuss one numerical which is related to concepts of free body diagram. So here is the numerical. Two smooth sphere 1 and 2 which is resting in a fixed rectangular box. The diameter and weight of the spheres are 60 centimeter and 600 newtons. Both spheres are equal. Diameter for both the spheres and the weight of these spheres is equal. If the distance between two vertical walls of the rectangular block is 100 centimeter, then find the pressure exerted by the sphere on the wall and floor at the contact points. So here we are considering two smooth spheres, sphere 1 and 2. So here is the diagram. So here this first sphere and this representing second sphere, and these two spheres are resting in a fixed rectangular block. So here these lines, these straight lines are representing the rectangular box. Here diameter and weight of the spheres is 60 centimeters. So for both the spheres, diameter is equivalent 60 centimeters and both are weighing 600 Newton. Weight of these spheres is same 600 Newton. Here it is given if the distance between two vertical walls is 100 centimeter. For rectangular block, this wall and this wall is representing the vertical wall and the distance between these two vertical walls is given, it is 100 centimeter. Then we have to find out the pressure exerted by the sphere on the wall. At the point of contact, wherever we are considering the point of contact, at that particular point we have to define the pressure exerted by the sphere on the wall. On this particular rectangular or this vertical wall, we have to define the pressure exerted by the sphere, as well as at the floor. Wherever the sphere is having contact with the floor, at that particular contact point, we have to define the pressure. So this is the numerical and here is the diagram. So let's start the solution. Here we are considering two sphere 1 and 2. And in this diagram, you can see this is the position of first sphere and this is the position of the second sphere. So first sphere is in contact with this rectangular block at point A and at point C. So point A, it is representing the point of contact between the vertical wall and the sphere 1, and point C is representing the contact point between the sphere 1 and the horizontal surface of the rectangular block. And this is our sphere 2. So sphere 2 is in contact with another vertical wall at point B, and this sphere 2 is in contact with the sphere 1, or sphere 1 is in contact with sphere 2. So this is another point of contact, but it is between the sphere. So here we don't need to define this particular term, but to define the pressure at these contact point, we need to define the reaction at this particular point. So let's start the solution. So here is the diagram. Let us define the center of the sphere. We know the radius or we know the diameter. So diameter we know for each sphere it is 60 centimeter. So as per the given diameter, we will define the center of the sphere 1 and sphere 2. So let us consider C1 and C2 as the center of sphere 1 and sphere 2. C1 is the center of sphere 1 and C2 is the center of sphere 2. And here we will join these two center with a straight line. So this particular line C1, C2 is representing the exact distance between these two centers. So this inclined line we are defining by joining these two centers C1 and C2. Now here if we draw a line from this particular point C1, a horizontal line. So this is our horizontal line. So I'm extending this line. So this particular line, inclined line, is making angle alpha with the horizontal line which is passing through point C1. So here this particular angle alpha we will define as. Now here if we draw a line or vertical line from this point C2 and this line is intersecting this horizontal line, and let us define this point as point D. So here we will consider a triangle C1, C2, D. So here we will use this triangle to define the value of alpha. So here our first step in the solution is to define the value of alpha. So this alpha angle is C1 or C2C1D. Angle C2C1D is angle alpha. So first we need to define this angle alpha. So here we are considering this triangle C1, C2, D from the previous diagram. So here if we define the cos alpha, this is the angle alpha. So if we define this angle with cos alpha, so cos alpha from this triangle, it will be C1D by C1C2. And C1D we can define by these given dimensions. Here we have the distance between two vertical wall, that is 100 centimeter, and we have the diameter of each sphere. So this particular distance, this distance would be the radius of the sphere, 30 centimeter, and this is also 30 centimeter, this particular distance. So if we want to define the cos alpha, so cos alpha will be this distance here, D, C1D divided by C1C2. So C1D, it would be 100 minus 30 minus 30. And this C1, C2, it would be 2 into 30 because this particular distance is representing 30 centimeter. This is the radius and this is also the radius. So this cos alpha, it will be 100 minus 30 by 2 into 30. So it will be 40 divided by 60. So at the end, we'll get the value of alpha, that is 48.18 degrees. So here we have the value of alpha. Now we will use this value of alpha to solve the unknown terms. So let's start the further solution. So here we need to draw the free body diagram if we want to define the pressure at the contact point. Pressure means reaction at that particular point, because we have to define the pressure at the contact points only. So first we will draw the free body diagram. So to draw the free body diagram, we will take each sphere and we will draw the free body diagram separately. So first consider this sphere 1. So the free body diagram for sphere 1, it would be, here we will first draw the center of the sphere, because all the forces or line of action of all the forces are passing through the centers only, and first force should be weight of the body or weight of the sphere. So here is our sphere 1, and here if we are marking this center C1, or just for understanding purpose, I'm just drawing here, I'm taking sphere 1. So this is C1 is the center of the sphere 1, and the first force which we are going to draw, that is the weight of the sphere. So first force, it will act in vertically downward direction. So this W will be 600 Newton in vertically downward direction. Now after that, because we don't have any other body, so we need to define the contact point or the reactions at the contact point. So here first contact point is this. The sphere is having contact with the horizontal surface at point C. So reaction at this particular point, it will act in vertically upward direction. So RC, you can see this is the RC. It is acting in vertically upward direction. Now second one, this sphere is having contact with this vertical wall also at point A. So perpendicular to this wall or perpendicular to this surface, we will define the another reaction, that is reaction RA. So this is our third force, reaction RA, and it will act in this particular direction. Now let's define another contact point. So here the sphere is having contact with vertical wall and horizontal surface, and next point is the contact between these two spheres at this particular point. So at this particular point, we will define reaction in inward direction, and this reaction will be along this inclined line. So this particular reaction we will define, or the line of action of this reaction will pass through the center C1 at an angle alpha with the horizontal. So here we have this particular free body diagram for sphere 1. Now let's see sphere 2. So sphere 2 is having weight 600 Newton. So first we will mark the center C2. So here this is our center C2, and next force, or the first force which we are going to draw in FBD, that is weight of the body. So weight will act in vertically downward direction. So W will act in this particular vertically downward direction. Now here there is no another body. So we will define the contact point. So first contact point with the wall. So at point B, we will define reaction RB, but it will be perpendicular to this vertical surface. So RB will act in this direction. Now there is no another contact point between the wall and the sphere. So here next contact point we will find out. So next contact point is the contact between sphere 2 and sphere 1. So for this particular sphere, reaction will act along this inclined line at an angle alpha. Here this angle is alpha. So as per the mathematical condition, this angle should be alpha also. So at this particular angle alpha with the horizontal surface, we will define reaction R. So this is a reaction R. So this angle is alpha, and this angle will be 90 minus alpha. Or we can also define this alpha angle as, this angle is alpha, this is 90 degree. So this angle would be 90 minus alpha. So automatically this angle will be alpha. So by this way we can define the free body diagram for sphere 2. So here we have free body diagram for sphere 1 and free body diagram for sphere 2. Now we want to define the pressure at the contact point. So pressure at the contact point we will consider as reactions at the contact point only. So here we need to define the reaction RA, RB and RC. So we will define the reactions with these two free body diagrams. So let's take sphere 1 first. So here let's consider the equilibrium condition for this free body diagram of sphere 1, and equilibrium condition we will take as summation of Fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0. Fx is representing summation of all the forces which are acting in x direction, and here Fy is representing summation of all the forces which are acting in y direction. So for equilibrium condition we will solve this free body diagram. So let us consider first equilibrium condition, summation of Fx equals to 0. So as per this diagram we will define all the forces which is acting in x direction. So here how many forces are acting in x direction? X direction forces are Ra, and it is acting in this direction, so it will be in positive x direction. So we will write Ra as positive, and another force that is acting in x direction we will define with component of R. So here this R is acting in inclined direction at an angle alpha with a horizontal surface. So this R we will define in this direction, and this would be R cos alpha. But it is in negative x direction. Direction is opposite to positive x. So at this direction, the direction will define by minus x. So it will be Ra minus R cos alpha, and that is equals to 0. So we will solve this term as Ra equals to R cos alpha. So this equation we will consider as equation number 1. Now here let's define another condition, that is summation of Fy equals to 0. So for this condition we have to define all the forces in which is acting in y direction. In x direction there is only two forces as acting. Here two forces Ra and R cos alpha are acting. Now in y direction how many forces are acting? So first force is weight which is acting in downward direction. So it will be minus W. this direction is minus y, this direction is positive y. So it will be minus W, and another force that is acting in y direction, that is RC, but RC is acting in positive y direction, so it will be positive. And another force that is another component or vertical component of R, so it will be this particular component which is acting in downward direction, so it will be R sine alpha. And since it is acting in downward direction or in minus y direction, so it will be minus R sine alpha, and that is equals to 0. So we will define the another equation with the help of this particular equation. So the equation will be RC, that is equals to 600. W value we have, W value is 600 Newton, so it will be 600 plus R sine alpha. So this equation I am considering as equation number 2. So here we have two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. But here we cannot define the exact value of RA and RC because we don't know the value of R. Alpha value we have, but we don't know the value of R. So what we will do, we will define the value of R with the help of another free body diagram for sphere 2. So let's consider this sphere 2, and here we have the free body diagram. Let's consider the equilibrium condition, both the conditions summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0. So one by one I am taking these conditions. So for this particular condition, summation of fx equals to 0, we have to define all the forces which are acting in x direction. So x direction forces are, first force you can see here RB, which is acting in minus x direction, in this direction. This direction is minus x, this direction is positive x, this direction is positive y, and this is negative y. So this RB is acting in negative x direction, so it will be minus RB. And another force that is acting in x direction, it is component of R. So in this direction this R component is acting, so it will be R cos alpha, and it is acting in plus direction, so it will be plus R cos alpha, that is equals to 0. So RB will be R cos alpha. Now here let us consider this equation as equation 3. Now for summation of Fy equals to 0, summation of Fy equals to 0, we will define all the forces which are acting in y direction. So here there is only two forces acting. One is the weight, so it will be weight, so it will be minus W because it is acting in minus y direction, and another component of R, vertical component of R, which is acting in upward direction, positive y direction, so it will be R sine alpha. So it will be R sine alpha, that is equals to 0. So we can define the value of R with the help of this equation. So R will be W by sine alpha. So here we have this equation. So if we solve this equation, so R will be 600, W value is 600 divided by sine alpha is 48.18, so it will be 805.15 Newton. So we have our first value 805.15 Newton. Now with the help of this value of R, we can define the value of RB. So RB will be 805.15 into cos 48.18. So RB value will be 805.15 cos 48.18. So it will be 537.28 Newton. So here we have our first force or first pressure at point B. So this will be at point B. Now with the help of equation 1 and 2, we can define the another values. So here we have this RA as equation 1 and RC, that is 600 plus R sine alpha, as equation 2. So let's define these two values. So RA value we can define as R cos alpha. So it will be 537.28 equivalent to RB only. And RC will be from equation 2, 600 plus R sine alpha. So if we put all the values, so we'll get RC as 1199.65 Newton. So RA is representing the pressure at point A, and this RC is representing pressure at point C. So here we have all the values of pressure at different contact point which is exerted by the sphere on the wall. So this is the solution of this numerical. So I hope you get all the concepts which is related to free body diagram. If you know concepts related to resolution of forces, condition of equilibrium and FBD, so you can solve any numerical which is related to free body diagram. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can rate, review and share this lesson with your friends and your known people. And if you want more lessons related to mechanical engineering, please subscribe the channel.